Sports Network, the only game in town.
Good evening, everybody. Thank you for joining us, and welcome to Game Night in the Region on the Region Sports Network, streaming worldwide on the internet at Facebook.com, Region Sports, Facebook.com, Crown Point Sports, RegionSports.com, and CrownPointSports.com. We welcome you tonight from Crown Point High School as the Region Sports Network presents the RSN number 9 Crown Point Bulldogs hosting the RSN number 1 Merrillville Pirates. I'm Mike Jamia. I'll have the play-by-play for tonight's game, and joining me with the color analysis is Jay Simmons. Good evening, Jay.
Hey, great to be here with you, Mike, at Bulldog Stadium. We are Crown Point 1-1, coming off a loss last week to Andrean, 21-7. First week of victory against Lowell, 28-14. Now you've got the Merrillville Pirates averaging 44 points a game, coming off a victory against Andrean week 1, 47-21, and then last week against Hobart, 41-14. It's going to be an interesting night. Great weather, a little bit of wind factor, but not much. But it's going to be a great night for football, and I think it's going to be a high-scoring affair.
Yeah, it is shaping up to be so, as Merrillville is not only ranked number 1 in our RSN Top 10 poll, but they are number 3 in the coaches poll across the state of Indiana. Merrillville, with a lot of big play capability, and they'll have their wits matched against Coach Craig Bezea, who is now in his first year here at Crown Point after coaching at Homewood Flossmoor for quite some time after coaching at Portage and here in Northwest Indiana. So Craig Bezea, known around these parts, and his team is 1-1, hosting an undefeated Merrillville Pirates team. And Jay, what do we have to expect from Merrillville? You mentioned that they are averaging 44 points a game. They put up 47 against Andrean week 1. They put up 41 against Hobart week 2. This is their first game on the road. What do we see in this Merrillville team?
They're going to be fast-paced. They're going to get the ball vertical. They're going to spread you out. They're going to try and confuse the defensive secondary as much as possible. And I think Crown Point's going to have to sell out a little bit, shoot some blitzes, try and get a linebacker coming in there, try and disrupt this offense, because if you don't disrupt, it's going to be all out just flying down the field for Merrillville Pirates. But I think with Zach Wells and Coach Buzia in his 29th year, Coach Wells, who was used to coach at Merrillville, was the head coach there for many years, back into the region, I think he's going to have a great game plan to try and slow down these Pirates.
Yeah, Bezea, he almost has the Midas touch. Whatever he touches turns into gold. That is the story of his illustrious coaching career, and he will have his hands full tonight. But if there's one thing from this, the Crown Point Bulldogs are going to learn something, and they got some talent on their side of the ball as well. They start a lot of upperclassmen on their offense. They got a sophomore nose guard in Nico Paik. They got a lot of upperclassmen in their linebacking core, and they are going to set the tone tonight, and not just for tonight, but this program moving forward. Craig Bezea probably looking to build quite the culture here in the coming years. So he has his hands full tonight against Merrillville. What are some things that Crown Point can do to perhaps keep Merrillville's offense at bay? And perhaps to put up some points of their own.
Well, one thing is that right now, just looking at the depth chart, they run a 3-5 look. So that means they're going to have 3 down linemen. They're going to have 5 linebackers. They're going to try and confuse the offensive linemen of Merrillville by sending linebackers from all different angles, and try and get somebody to get in there free on the quarterback. Angel Nelson, he's having a pretty good year, so they've got to try and get him to scramble out and get him to, get uncomfortable in the pocket. Because if he can set his feet and get comfortable, he can be very accurate.
All right, so we're going to take a quick break. You are listening to the Tech Credit Union Tailgate Show, brought to you by the Tech Credit Union. Sit tight, relax, and we'll come back in just a moment.
Did you know?
Wow, they'll prepare fresh fish while you wait.
Did you know?
They make over 40,000 donuts from scratch every week?
Did you know?
They offer 23 different deli platters for your party?
Did you know?
They have freshly chopped fajita mix ready to cook.
Did you know?
They have the best fried chicken in the area?
Did you know?
They offer our signature curbside service 14 hours a day.
Strachan Van Til, Now you know.
Blythe's Athletics in Valparaiso, whose team has been serving your team since 1959, is a leader in athletic apparel and equipment sales. Whether it's off the rack or customized to your specifications, Blythe's has the products and staff to serve you best. Trophies, embroidering, screen printing, athletic shoes, anything you're looking for, you'll find at Blythe's. Visit them today at teamblythes.com, where the athlete shops.
We want to welcome everyone back to the Tech Tailgate Show, presented by the Tech Credit Union. So we talked a little bit about Crown Point's defense and their 3-5 look. So, Jay, let's talk a little bit about Crown Point's offense.
Well, to start it off, you got J.J. Johnson. I mean, he's 21 for 32 on the season, 213 yards, 3 touchdown passes. Only 1 interception, so not a bad start. You know, he's only a junior, so he's going to be getting better and better as we go along. You know, we'll take a quick break, and then we'll come back, continue with the Crown Point offense, and then we'll get to the Merrillville offense.
Here at the Dog Pound, we'll have the presentation of the national anthem. Once again, you come to expect nothing less from the Crown Point Marching Band in formation with the CP on the field, as well as another great and outstanding rendition of our nation's anthem, the Star Spangled Banner. Jay, we bring it back to you. We're talking about Crown Point's offense here, folks. You're listening to the Region Sports Network, the only game in town. Here we are with the Tech Credit Union Tailgate Show. Jay, what do we got for Crown Point's offense?
Well, you're looking at a dual-headed monster in the backfield. You got J.J. Johnson, we talked about passing, but also has 31 rushes, 144 yards, 2 touchdowns. Not bad for 2 games from your quarterback spot. Then you have Eli Tawan, 25 rushes, 185 yards. Both outstanding. So it looks like they're going to run a little bit of play action where the quarterback's going to read the defense. He's either going to keep the ball or hand it off. So a lot of it just depends on how J.J. Johnson reads the pass rush or defensive rush from Merrillville. And then looking at his receivers, you got Landon Dellish with 8 catches, 78 yards. Randy Latch, 2 catches, 60 yards, 1 touchdown. I like that average, 30 yards a catch. That's pretty good. So, anyway, he's got a lot of other targets. Nathan Woodrick, 3 catches, 23 yards, and then there's a few other guys with 2 or 3 catches. But you know what? I think that's going to help him tonight is J.J. Johnson's going to try and spread the field out, get rid of the ball quickly, so that way that pass rush doesn't affect him, and use a lot of receivers so that way Merrillville can't key on him. Because I think what Merrillville's going to do, they're going to run a man coverage over the top and walk up an extra linebacker and try and get him out of his comfort zone.
Yeah, and speaking of which, you mentioned Merrillville and the pass rush that they plan to bring this evening, and that's led by the man in the middle that you'll hear his name probably quite a bit this evening, and that's a man, and I mean a man, and Kenneth Grant. He's 6'4", 345 pounds, a senior, and we were talking to him at Set 'em Up Lanes in Griffith for our tailgate show, our pigskin party, a little preseason party, and he told us that he loves taking on double teams to free up his boys, is what he said, to get at the quarterback. Jay, what is this Merrillville Pirates defense looking to do tonight?
That's what they're looking to do. They're going to have him just push that center right back into the backfield, and he's going to try and rip through the double team. You're going to have, the center, Nick Cicero, 6'4", 280, taking him on. So he's going to have some help from his two guards. So Grant's going to be trying to swim through, get through that, that A gap, put some pressure on him, and they're just going to try and get J.J. Johnson out of his comfort zone. Now let's flip over to the other side of the ball and let's look at the Merrillville Pirates a little bit. You got Angel Nelson quarterbacking. He is 28 for 42. 500 yards in 2 games.
Ooh, baby. 6
touchdown passes. Now, as the season goes on, you always talk about touchdown to interception ratio. Well, he there is no ratio. He's 6 touchdown passes, 0 interceptions. So he has been very accurate the first 2 games. And like we talked about in the pregame, they're averaging over 40 points a game. Then you got Tank Logan, 37 rushes, 256 yards, 7 yards a carry, 4 touchdowns. I mean, that's going to be the guy that Crown Point offense is really going to have to focus on stopping. So the thing with Crown Point defense, what are they going to have? What are they going to sell out? Are they going to sell out stopping the pass, or are they going to sell out stop the run? There's no way with a team that's scoring this many points that you can do both. I think they're going to try and take out Tank Logan and hope for the best in their secondary, because they've really got to stack the box to stop this running game of the Merrillville Pirates.
And Jay, I think you are absolutely correct in the idea that they have to sell out on one. The Crown Point Bulldogs have just entered onto the field, and who was leading them out? Their middle linebacker, Matt Woods, number 49. That's where it's going to start, folks.
Yes.
It's this linebacking core. What are they going to do against this Merrillville offense? Because you can't stop everybody all the time, and you can only hope that certain guys can't beat you.
That's right. And Matt Woods, being the middle linebacker, he's going to be blitzing through one side or the other on the A gap. That's one side of the center or the other. And I think it's right now. We got a minute before kickoff. I think it's time to go to the keys to the game right here.
Yeah, we got some keys to the game. Jay, what are they?
For the Crown Point Bulldog, it's going to be keeping J.J. Johnson clean. And what I mean is, and if we had grass out there, hopefully the back of his uniform isn't going to be dirty by the end of the night, because he's got to stay vertical. He's got to get out of the pocket. I think they've got to be really creative on offense, keep Merrillville Pirate defense guessing. And for Merrillville, it's going to be what they've been doing so well so early in the season. Get scoring early, force Crown Point to play from behind, because you know where that leads me right into? My pick to click.
Yes, we love pick to click here, folks, here at the RSN studios. We've been talking about it all week. Here we are now live on location here in this county seat of Lake County here in Crown Point, Indiana. Jay, I want to hear your pick to click, and I got one for myself.
I got Kenneth Grant. If Crown Point can't stop him on the pass rush, they don't have a chance tonight.
All right, my pick to click, a little contrarian here. I'm going to go opposite team. Okay, so I'm going to go someone from Crown Point. Now, I've got a feeling that it is going to be a situation where Crown Point's playing from behind. Whether it's early and often, whether it's at some point in the game, I think that Merrillville has a good enough defense to set them up in this passing down situations. And you know who's impressed me early on this year? Number 11, Landon Delich. He's only a sophomore, folks.
Wow.
6'3", 175, got good footwork with that as well. You'll see him on the sidelines. He'll hit you maybe with a double move. I think that he'll have some big plays. It may not necessarily, he may not find pay dirt, but I think he's going to set up Elijah Taiwan. I think Elijah Taiwan's going to set him up as well. We'll see in this game, but Landon Delich, a young sophomore, he's my pick to click, and we are moments away from kickoff. here in Crown Point, Indiana, the hub of Lake County.
I mean, you're really going out there, man. A sophomore, Landon Dellish, but he does lead the receiving core. He does have 8 catches for 78 yards. I like that pick. I think that, you know, we went opposite of each other, but I think that's a really good pick right there.
Yeah, what's fun in, you know, both of us picking Kenneth Grant? What's fun in both of us picking a Buck, a Merrillville Pirate, right? We're going to have some fun tonight. I'm going to go double uno, Landon Dellish, and I'm going to commit to that, and I think he's going to have himself a ball game, and I hope that this is quite the ball game.
It is 68 degrees. Winds 7 miles.
All right, so we have Crown Point. They will receive the opening kickoff. We got the deep man for Crown Point Bulldogs. Kick returner number 14, Dominic Sopsak, and number 25, Dominic Bader out there. And Merrillville will start on defense. And hear this crowd roar.
They are excited. It's great they have a crowd back, and this home side is absolutely packed. Absolutely packed. It is awesome.
Number 12 for Merrillville, the Pirates, is Angel Nelson, the quarterback. He will be watching as the Merrillville Pirates defense starts this game, and Crown Point Bulldogs, they receive, and here we go. Fielded at about the 11. Cuts inside. They'll start at the 28-yard line. Returning for Crown Point, number 18, Nathan Woodrick. So Nathan Woodrick, the deep man to start this ball game. And we got the starters for the Crown Point Bulldogs offense. You got Nathan Woodrick at wide receiver. Alongside him, Bodie Brandt. Opposite of them, Landon Dellich. Those are your 3 receivers in red and white tonight, with the quarterback, J.J. Johnson, in the pistol or shotgun formation. And we have Elijah Taiwan at running back. Elijah Taiwan inside handoff, and Kenneth Grant is there to greet him to start the game.
He didn't greet him. He swallowed him up.
Not necessarily the warm welcome, but hey, there's no warm welcomes here in DAC football. We have 2 loaded teams in a powerful, deep conference, the Duneland Athletic Conference. And up here in the north, football is king. Four wide receivers. Single back. Johnson rolling, looking. Got his man at the 40. Picks up the first down, and that is number 88 for the Crown Point Bulldogs offense. There with the reception. And that is Randy Lotch.
Yeah, nice pattern right there by Lotch. He just sort of felt himself in between the linebackers and the defensive backs, just sort of settled down. Nice throw by J.J. Johnson. That's what I was talking about, Crown Point getting him out of the pocket. Great job. Good play calling early on here.
Man in motion. It's a shovel pass coming around the outside. There's a flag on the play. We'll see what that is, but a nice shovel pass there from J.J. Johnson.
It looks like the tackle there trying to seal off the linebacker, number 5, Caleb Carter, got caught holding there.
So we get a holding, so that play comes back. Jason Kostick on technically a reception, folks. As if the ball was dropped, it would have been an incomplete pass as it was forward, but quite the opposite here in terms of forward and backward as the Crown Point Bulldogs offense is pushed back after the flag.
Yeah, putting Crown Point behind the chains here. 2nd down and 19. It's even though their offense is very diversified, this is something you don't want to let the defensive linemen of the Merrillville Pirates tee off and get to their quarterback.
4 wide once again. Single back. Inside handoff to Taiwan. Taiwan is eaten up. Great tackle there by number 2 for the Merrillville Pirates defense, and that is Philip Rocha Jr., nickelback. Great run-stopping action there for the Pirates.
Yeah, nice job right there by Roach. Coming off the edge, the Crown Point offensive line did a nice job sealing the inside, but didn't account for that outside linebacker. Thought with the play action he might drop off a little, but he stayed at home, made a great tackle. 2nd down and 19.
2nd and long after Roche chopping down Elijah Taiwan. Crown Point looking to take another crack at it. This time Johnson rolling right. Looking. Cuts up field. And he's eaten up again, and we have a flag. It may be a horse collar. Jay, what did you see on that?
I thought it was a horse collar. He definitely grabbed him by the back of the jersey. Didn't need to do that. He had some help coming from up the field, and they would have made the tackle right there. He didn't need to grab the back of the jersey and pull him down like that.
So the refs consult. They're consulting, and that is exactly what we saw, folks. A costly penalty early on this drive. You're giving Crown Point a little bit of life here.
Yes, I mean, they had him behind the chains. It would have been 3rd down and long right there, but now it is 1st down, and they are in Pirate territory.
So from what would have been 3rd and a country mile, we got a 1st down in enemy territory. Inside handoff to Taiwan. He hits the gap strong, blasting through for a 1st down near the 30.
What nice job of blocking up front there for the Crown Point Bulldogs. And a nice step right there by Elijah Tawan. Just taking a little jab step to his right, setting up his blockers, and then busting it back to the left, straight up field. Good running, north and south running. That's what you got to do against these Pirates.
And Elijah Taiwan did just that, folks, and the ball is at the 31. And again, we have trips to the top of your screen. We have a quarterback keeper there. He rolls outside, and he is swarmed by some Merrillville Pirates there. Another tackle for a loss for the Pirates in there. Again, we're going to call his name, number 2, the nickelback, Philip Roche.
Yeah, that's one thing you really can't do is extend the plays from sideline to sideline against the Pirates. It's just the defensive team speed is just too much. If you're going to attack the Pirate defense, you've got to attack it straight on. You've got to push them back and to negate the team speed that they have.
Yeah, so Crown Point so far this drive has had success in between the tackles and the run game, and they've had a little bit of success with J.J. Johnson rolling out. And so we'll see what they do here. 2nd down. J.J. Johnson rolling out, looking up, forward, gets rid of it. Incomplete pass. If he would have held onto that ball a second longer, it would have been a sack, but he gets rid of it. An incomplete pass sets up a 3rd down.
Yeah, one of the linebackers from the backside came all the way across the field, was able to catch Johnson just as he was trying to unload that pass.
So 3rd and 11 for the Bulldogs.
I think that was Caleb Carter, number 5, coming across the field.
Caleb Carter, a senior on this Merrillville Pirates defense, an edge rusher, doing his job there, causing a lot of discomfort.
In this territory right here, you're 3rd down and 11. I think if I'm Crown Point, I try and go and get half of the distance here and then go for it on 4th down. You're not going to kick a field goal into this wind.
So we get a Crown Point timeout here, so we're going to take a break, folks. Remember, you're watching Game Night on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
With electrical services from Economy Electric Heating and Cooling, you can radiate the perfect amount of light and energy into your home. From rewiring and code upgrades to ceiling fans, lighting, security, and more, Economy Electric Heating and Cooling's trained electricians will make sure you can enjoy your home on full power all the time. For a free estimate on electrical work, call Economy Electric Heating and Cooling at 219-923-4441, and you can visit them on the web at 4ajobdoneright.com. That's the number 4ajobdoneright.com.
From schools to stadiums, hospitals, and bridges, everywhere you look, union carpenters are building Indiana. With jobs and skilled trades in high demand, there's never been a better time to start building your future. As an apprentice, you'll earn a debt-free college degree, earn while you learn, and receive great benefits like healthcare and retirement. So what are you waiting for? Visit carpenters.com to learn more. Visit carpenters.com and start building your future today.
Welcome back, everyone. You're watching Region Sports Network coverage of high school football on the internet at facebook.com/Region Sports. We have a early 3rd and 11 in enemy territory here. We'll see what the Bulldogs do with 3 receivers on the bottom of your screen. Looking across the middle, not having anything. Rolls out as J.J. Johnson. J.J. Johnson looks. Incomplete pass. And that is a 4th and long.
Now, if he would have been able to look down the field, there was a receiver way down the field that was wide open. The defense sort of was creeping up, but you know what? There's no way he could throw that 30 yards against the wind and be accurate. So it was a good call right there. Good job by the quarterback to get rid of the ball. 4th down and 11. You're on the 32-yard line. Well, I just don't see you kicking a field goal, but it's a pretty strong crosswind. I don't know if the wind's directly in his face, but it looks like they're going to line up for a field goal. Oh no, they're gonna go for it.
And on that defensive line, getting at the quarterback, number 90, Jordan McGee. We have a flag thrown down on the field. And a bench warning, it appears. The Crown Point bench.
The 5-yard delay game penalty will give the Bulldogs 4th and 16.
So a 5-yard penalty backs them up. 4th and 16. They were going for it as it was. What do you think?
I don't. Punting the ball here really doesn't do you any good.
Correct.
Because if the ball goes in the end zone, you pick up 15 yards. I think Coach Buzia is got a good job right here going for it. I think you just got to give your quarterback some time, go vertical down the field.
In motion is Kostick. He'll block. J.J. Johnson will throw, looking across the middle. And, just overthrows his earlier target in his tight end, number 88, Randy Lotch.
Yeah, he was open. It was a great play call. They had the 2 receivers to the right side running post patterns, taking the defensive backs across with them, and then the tight end doing a vertical right behind those guys, and he was open. If J.J. Johnson would have been able to set his feet and get his throw, it might have been 6 points for the Bulldogs. Now it's time for the Bulldog defense to step up and the Merrillville Pirates to hit the field.
So number 99, Zach Rossel, a defensive end for Crown Point Bulldogs defense. In the middle, Nico Pake and Eli Davis on the other end. We talked about that 3-3-5 look that they would run. We'll see what they do against Angel Nelson and the Pirates offense. We got a toss to the right. Up the sideline goes number 4 for the Merrillville Pirates, and that's Tank Logan, folks.
Yeah, nice job. He just puts his head down, and he gets to the outside quickly. Crown Point defense has got to be aware of that. Now, when they lined up that first time, I saw 4 down linemen, so they're going to try and sell out, I think, to the run here with putting an extra lineman in.
So Merrillville now going in a completely 5-wide spread set with Angel Nelson at their quarterback. They got Tyrese Frazier, Silas Mathis, Torius Cargill. Nelson rolling to his left. At the 50, and there's a flag on the play.
Looks like one of the Bulldogs linemen or linebackers blitzed and came through clean, and the Pirate offensive lineman just reached back and pulled them down. So it's going to be a holding call against the Pirates.
So the Bucks get a holding call there. We have wide receivers, like I was mentioning, Tyrese Frazier, number 1, number 11, Silas Mathis. We have Torius Cargill, number 47, and Justin Marshall, number 23, for the Merrillville Pirates receiving core. They have Tank Logan in the backfield, and Angel Nelson leads the charge for this Bucks offense. On the offensive line, from right to left, at the tackle position, right tackle, Theodore Sparks, 6'3", 280 junior. Then you have Kenneth Grant, who plays both ways, folks, number 78. And then number 63, Adonis Rogers at center. James Veal, number 52. And we have Tank Logan coming through the tackles up the middle. And that'll get the ball back to where the previous line of scrimmage was.
Yep, it's going to be, looks like it's going to be 3rd down and about 10. I mean, Merrillville's just going into that hurry-up offense. They are just hitting the field. It looks like they are ready to snap the ball as soon as they can see what the defense is lined up.
Merrillville Pirates looking to play with some pace. They look to their sideline.
Crown Point looks like they're going to blitz. They're walking some guys up. Now they're walking back. A little cat and mouse game going on between the offense and defense.
Angel Nelson looking to his left. Sets, throws, downfield. He's got it! And in the red zone, the Pirates will take a crack there as they just delivered a vicious blow to this Bulldogs defense. Number 23 catching the ball for them, and that's Justin Marshall. Big play threats, folk, we were talking about earlier in the broadcast.
Yeah, Angel Nelson had time to set his feet. Justin Marshall ran a little seam route right in between the two free safeties in cover 2 and split those guys beautifully. What a great throw, just right over the top of his shoulders. Didn't even have to break stride.
Angel Nelson throws a dime, and they are at it again. Handoff inside to Tank Logan. Tank Logan bounces out to the right. Stiff arm there, sheds a tackle. Gets up the sideline, and he's out at the 9-yard line.
Well, he's very elusive right there, just making people miss and brushing people off. He used a nice little straight arm there a couple times. Crown Point's got to be a little bit more effective in their tackling, get to his feet.
The Bucks playing with pace. Again, handing it off to Tank Logan. This time he bounces out to the left side, carries a few people, and he's within the 5.
Yeah. That offensive line of the Merrillville Pirates just pushed the pile forward, it looks like, for a first down and goal. First down and goal just inside the 5-yard line.
Crown Point Bulldogs defense getting some substitutions out there. Number 29, Jake Wagner, coming into the game. And the Merrillville Pirates are looking to strike first. Logan. Tank. Stopped at about the 1 or 2 yard line.
Yeah, number 52, Nico Pake, makes a nice tackle, just delivers a shoulder right into the sternum of Tank Logan and drives him back. Looks like a gain of just maybe 1.
Yeah, Nico Pake playing that nose tackle. He's 6'3", 300-pound sophomore. Gets a big stop there. Tank Logan into the end zone. Tank for a reason. And Merrillville Pirates strike first.
Well, Tank just batter rammed that one right in. Good blocking by the offensive line.
So Merrillville on to kick the extra points as they score first blood here at the Dog Pound.
Yeah, that's just an outstanding drive. A couple mishaps, a couple holding calls, but boy, they just overcome, and they are explosive.
All right, it is 7-0 here in Crown Point. Merrillville up with the lead early. Remember, folks, you're watching Game Night on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Tech Credit Union is the better option for personal and business banking. Buy a car, remodel your home, pay for an education, expand your business. Tech Credit Union can help you do these things and more. You'll enjoy the latest banking services, but without the cost of the big bank relationship. With branches throughout the region, fee-free ATMs nationwide, and online services, they're convenient too. Learn more at techcu.org. Contact any branch or call 800-276-TECH. Tech Credit Union is an equal opportunity lender and federally insured by the NCUA.
Welcome back, folks. The Friday night forecast is brought to you by our friends at Economy Electric Heating and Cooling. Tonight's forecast is 70 degrees even. May feel like 69 for those folks who are keeping score at home. And there's a little bit of clouds in the sky, but it doesn't matter on a beautiful evening here in Crown Point, Indiana.
Yeah, a little bit of a breeze, cross breeze, about 5 to 10 mile an hour coming across the field.
Nice cool breeze and a nice cool night. And we have the Crown Point Bulldogs looking to answer as they're down early, 7-0. Woodrick may have got a hand on it. He's got to field it. And he's eaten up, swallowed up by the special teams unit.
Justin Marshall looks
Justin Marshall getting it done both ways. Folks, if you just tuning in, he caught a huge pass to set up the Pirates, and Tank Logan finished it. But Justin Marshall getting a great special teams tackle there as well.
Yeah, Justin Marshall, from Angel Nelson to Justin Marshall, roughly about a 40-yard pass. Perfect throw. It was all set up by the offensive line doing a nice job, giving Angel Nelson the time to throw. So now Crown Point deep in their own territory, going to have to go 97 yards for the score. Going to have to put together a good drive. I think that's key right here. Let their defense rest a little bit.
J.J. Johnson stands in his own end zone. looking to receive the snap. He does. Hands it off to Elijah Taiwan. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. They'll give him forward progress there, folks, but that Merrillville Pirates defensive line pushing him back into his own end zone.
Yeah, good job right there by the Merrillville Pirates. I think this is a good call. You want to stay conservative right here. You don't want to have a mishap, an interception, a turnover here. This could really put Crown Point Bulldogs behind the 8 ball. So they've got to get a first down here, though. That's the key. They have got to get a first down. They don't want to punt into that crosswind, sort of in their face. The Merrillville will get the ball in their own part of the field.
2nd and long for the Bulldogs. Still in their own end zone. Receiving the snap is J.J. Johnson. Receives it hardly. Looks to his right. Throws it deep. And just a little bit outside, as they would say, is that he throws that one too far, too close to the sideline as the receiver cannot get it, and it sets up a 3rd and long.
Yeah, again, J.J. Johnson just can't set his feet, so he is trying to throw passes while he is on the run, and it's tough to do, especially when you got somebody breathing down on you. It is tough to do.
3rd and long. You got 2 receivers on the bottom of your screen, 1 on top. J.J. Johnson takes a step back in his own end zone. Oh, little kick there on 3rd down. You love to see that, and a great roll as that ball gets to the 46-yard line.
Yeah, Coach Buzia coming out with some trickeration early. I like the call.
Yeah, you mentioned conservative, so he punts on 3rd down. Jay looks like he got quite the feel for what Coach Buzia is trying to do tonight.
Yeah,
in situations like that.
Yes, that's 29 years of experience right there coming out. That was a great call.
Yeah. So Coach Buzia hoping that his defense holds strong here to give his offense a better opportunity as opposed to being on their own 3-yard line. But Merrillville looking to go up 2 scores as they have the ball in enemy territory. 3 receivers at the top of your screen. Quick, nice out to Justin Marshall. Justin Marshall cuts right. He has a juke move that is gorgeous for the touchdown for the Bucks.
A 5-yard pass turns into a 44-yard touchdown. Or is that right? Well, I'm sorry, 49-yard touchdown.
Justin Marshall showing off the moves early. Big play capability.
The scoreboard guys got it wrong. It's 44-yard touchdown pass. But it's only 5 yards and then some great moves. Wow, that is this acceleration right there by Justin Marshall. This guy's having a great first quarter.
And the Pirates go up 14-0 early in this one, folks. Stay tuned, though, as Crown Point's get a chance to make it a 1-score game. Remember, you're watching Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
For over 113 years, Burns Funeral Home and Crematory has been assisting families in their time of need. Serving Northwest Indiana, the staff at Burns Funeral Home and Crematory will help guide your family in creating a meaningful ceremony to honor the life and memory of a loved one. Whether it's a simple, elaborate, traditional, or unique service, the caring family at Burns Funeral Home and Crematory will tailor a ceremony to fit your needs. Visit them on the web at burnsfuneral.com or give them a call at 942-1117.
Welcome back to the Region Sports Network, folks. The City of Crown Point Mayor Uran and the Parks Athletic Communication Entertainment Department invites everyone to Bulldog Park to celebrate Oktoberfest, Saturday, October 2nd. Join us for the region's premier fall festival. So, Crown Point down early here at home, 2 scores by the Pirates. Their second one, their most recent one, being set up after pinning the Crown Point Bulldogs offense to the 3-yard line. Great special teams. And then the first play from scrimmage after that, Justin Marshall houses one for 44 yards, I believe.
Yes, it was. The scoreboard guy had 49, but it was 44. And I'm sticking with it. But yeah, that offense, that team speed of Merrillville, the receivers getting open all over the place. Justin Marshall having a great first quarter.
All right, that one's fielded, cutting up field. A great return there by the Bulldogs, and maybe that's the spark they need to get this offense going. And that return by number 33 for the Crown Point Bulldogs in red and white. That is Fred Reddick on the return. So the scoreboard update is brought to you by Strack and Van Til. Strack and Van Til, your favorite Indiana-made grocery store. What do we got, Jay?
All right, so far we got Merrillville, we got LaPorte Slicers, or Valparaiso Vikings 16, LaPorte 6. After this play, we'll get to some more scores.
Right. We see Crown Point Bulldogs. You got 3 receivers on the bottom of your screen, 1 on top. They're sticking to the run game. Elijah Taiwan. Oh, and he runs them over.
Yes, he does.
Elijah Taiwan flicking up on the right analog stick, and he with a great, powerful run there. And that's a nice punch in the mouth that you want to see from the Bulldogs after down 2 scores.
New Prairie Cougars 7, Lowell Red Devils 0, Ober Bricky 7, Griffith Panthers 7. All these are in the first quarter. Get to some more scores after this play.
The Bulldogs looking to run again. This time it's their quarterback, J.J. Johnson, getting to this left sideline. And a nice run there for the Crown Point Bulldogs. 2 runs to start this series after down 2 scores. And Coach Craig Buzia, he is all over it, dialed in here, but looking to really, they got to score here. Looking to score and get hit pay dirt here with 4 minutes to go in the first quarter.
Whiting Oilers 13, Bishop Knoll 0. That's in the first quarter. Elkhart 20, Morton 0. That is in the third quarter, so that has to be on Eastern Standard Time. In South Bend, Clay 0, Hammond Central Wolves 0. We'll get to some more scores later on at this drive.
Elijah Taiwan with another carry, this time for about 3 or 4 yards as he's eaten up by the Pirates defense after just passing the line of scrimmage. Number 36 for the Merrillville Pirates defense, Fred Reddick, a 5'9" junior.
But it seems like Crown Point offensively has come out with some fire in them. Coach Buzia must have just, lit a match or something over there on the sidelines as they were sitting there for only a few minutes on that last drive by the Pirates. And they are coming out fired up. Let's see if they can keep this drive going. They need some type of score.
Joey Brandt in the slot. On the bottom of your screen, beneath him is number 11, Landon Delich. They will not get the ball as Taiwan gets another carry here on 2nd and long. And he's eaten up again by this defensive line of the Pirates.
Kenneth Grant leading the way right there. And a host of other Pirates right there in on the tackle. Good job of getting a good push right there. I think Crown Point's got to stay out of these 3rd and long situations. It's going to let these defensive linemen and linebackers tee off on these guys. It looks like Merrillville defensively is running a little bit of man coverage, so that means they can bring an extra guy on the pass rush. Let's see what they do here.
Okay, we got Nathan Woodrick out there along with Randy Lodge on the top of your screen. But again, another carry, this time again by Elijah Taiwan. He gets up the middle and he carries someone to the 25-yard line for a first down. Elijah Taiwan.
Well, I don't know what they called on the defensive line, but Kenneth Grant lined up on the right side. It looked like a defensive twist. He ran from the right guard or left guard position all the way across to the left side, left the left side of the offensive line completely vacated, and Crown Point took a huge advantage of that on 3rd and 11.
Johnson to throw into the end zone. Not quite. He is lucky that pass was not intercepted, as there was not a red jersey near the ball there, but there were 2 white jerseys there.
And he was thrown over. Kenneth Grant, J.J. Johnson, saw the rush coming and just tried to get rid of it. Luckily, did not get intercepted. That Crown Point offensive line's got to slow him down, or they've got to take J.J. Johnson and get him out of the pocket.
The Merrillville Pirates so far winning the battle up front on both sides of the ball, on the defensive line and the offensive line. And the Crown Point Bulldogs here with 2 minutes and 18 seconds remaining in the first quarter. 2nd down. Johnson throwing to the right sideline, hits Landon Delich. Landon Delich hits the corner before the corner hits him, and he picks up an extra couple yards, and that ball is going to be marked at the 7-yard line.
Boy, nice job. Delish doing a nice job pushing the defensive back up the field and then stopping and coming back to the ball. Great job. Nice throw by the quarterback, J.J. Johnson, getting him with his feet, getting out of the pocket. The nice thing about that right there, when J.J. Johnson had the ball, he was attacking the line of scrimmage, was able to get his body weight behind the throw and threw a dart right to him.
Johnson, again, this time hands off to Taiwan. Taiwan up the middle. He's met by Grant and a swarm and a host of other Merrillville Pirates.
Well, nice job. Pirates is standing their ground right there. Looks like it's going to be 2nd and goal from the 4-yard line, so a pickup of 1 on the play.
Going back to that last previous play before the rush there, you see J.J. Johnson and Landon Delich, they executed with some very good timing.
Yes.
As Johnson rolled out to the right and Landon Delich ran a nice hitch route. I wonder if they're going to throw the ball in this 2nd and goal situation. It appears they do so. Johnson rolling to his right. He's got to get rid of it, or he's got to get upfield. He gets rid of it. Throws it out of the end zone.
Over the sand pit.
And it sets up for a 3rd and goal.
Yeah, it's a tough play call right there because, again, Johnson had pressure on him, wasn't able to go to his primary receiver, and then by the time he rolled out, nobody open. Again, Merrillville playing that man coverage, so that means they're going to have to run some crossing routes, and those take time to develop. So they've got to be able to get him some time in the pocket. Let the receivers get open, because Merrillville right now is playing some tight press coverage on the outside receivers.
You are correct there. As some receivers get jammed, but that makes no difference as Elijah Taiwan with the carry up the middle. But again, this Merrillville Pirates defensive line is holding their own and then some this evening.
Yeah, number 54, Kenneth Grisham with the tackle right there. Nice job. You know what? Looks like Coach was trying to get the ball to the middle of the field. Kick the field goal, get some points on the board, get something positive right here.
Samuel Brewer, the senior, on the kick. The field goal, and it's blocked! Recovered by the Bulldogs. But a missed opportunity there, as again, the battle of the trenches and the battle up front being won by the Merrillville Pirates early this ballgame.
Yeah, big push right up the middle. Somebody got a paw up and knocked it down. So, again, you were talking about the battle of the offense and defensive lines, the trenches, and the Merrillville Pirates are really starting to dominate. 4.9 seconds left in the first quarter. Merrillville's got the wind at their back for a couple more plays. Let's see if they go vertical here.
Before Merrillville's offense takes the field, we want to thank Toyota of Merrillville for sponsoring high school football right here on the Region Sports Network. And when you're looking for your next new or pre-owned vehicle, visit Toyota of Merrillville. Toyota of Merrillville, we make it easy. Merrillville's making it look easy tonight,
yes,
folks.
They are.
Tank Logan spins nothing. And a nice tackle for a loss there, and that is credited to the defensive line of the Crown Point Bulldogs. We'll take a break here.
End of the first quarter.
And the end of the first quarter, we'll take a break, and that clock is running with 30 seconds remaining in the first quarter, with the Merrillville Pirates up 14-0.
Oh, I thought it said 2.6. I got to wear my glasses. Sorry, guys.
Out goes number 10 for Merrillville. Incoming number 11. So they change one numeral on the uniform there with the substitution. And the Merrillville Pirates looking to score again. So Silas Mathis on the field. And Tank Logan, look at him go. The 20, 10, pay dirt. The Pirates, 21-20. Pending the PAT, but folks, they've scored 3 quick ones in the first quarter with the clock running out and expiring.
You know, nice play call there by the Pirates. Really what happened right there is Crown Point blitzed the linebacker. He didn't cover his gap when he blitzed. He blitzed just, it looks like it just a little bit inside. It looks like it was a B-gap run. The linebacker blitzed, ran right by the ball carrier, and he goes 75 yards untouched.
And that's what I get for jinxing it, folks.
Yes,
it will not be 21. It will be 20 as we had a mishandled snap there. So we'll take a break. You're watching the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Station 21 American Grill, with its 32 TVs, provides a family-friendly atmosphere where fans can relax and enjoy their favorite sports. Station 21 invites family and friends to enjoy a neighborly conversation, a friendly staff, and a comfortable environment before and after the game. Burgers, pot roasts, steaks, homemade soups, and more can all be found at Station 21 American Grill in Crown Point.
Did you know?
They decorate over 210,000 cakes a year.
Did you know?
Their butcher will cut your meat your way.
Did you know?
They have trained floral designers in store.
Did you know?
They will make your wedding cake.
Did you know?
They have a variety of deli bakeable entrees.
Did you know?
Their online app has coupons and so much more. Who does that?
Strachan Van Til. Now you know.
Welcome back, folks, to the Region Sports Network, the only game in town. At the conclusion of tonight's game, we'll name the Crowell Companies Lantern Man superhero of the game. Crowell Companies are the insurance superheroes. We have it. It's 20-0 here in the to begin the second quarter. And Jake, what are we thinking about so far after the first quarter? Who are those early candidates for the Crowell Companies Lantern Man superhero of the game?
Well, you got Tank Logan on 2 carries for touchdowns. He's got 80 yards and 2 carries for 2 TDs. That's pretty good first quarter. And then you've got Justin Marshall with 2 catches, 1 of 44 yards for a touchdown and 1 of 40 yards to set up Tank Logan's first touchdown. And you got Justin Marshall playing some fine special teams, making the tackle on the 3-yard line when Crown Point fumbled the ball on the previous kickoff. So you got 2 guys right there that are looking pretty strong for the Lantern Man.
The Pirates so far dominating all 3 phases of the game. This kick stops on a dime at the 21-yard line, and it's recovered by Justin Marshall. My goodness.
Boy.
What a ball player.
Hey, Justin Marshall might be coming up here in a few minutes and serving popcorn in the stands because he's doing it all tonight.
Justin Marshall, as Chase Simmons read to you his receiving statistics, and he mentioned his special teams accolades so far in tonight's ball game. And just on cue, Justin Marshall recovers a long kickoff, but the ball stopped on a dime at the 20.
Yeah, that's one of the things that's you sort of get some goofy bounces on the AstroTurf. Sometimes the ball might stick and just stay right there, you know. So it's just Crown Point just can't get out of its own way right now.
Nothing seems to be going well for Crown Point in this one. Not even a lucky bounce. Not even a bounce.
That was nothing.
Angel Nelson looking to his left, throwing into the end zone. And a touchdown for the Pirates, and they continue to pour it on. That is number 1, Tyrese Frazier, on the touchdown reception as he high points that ball in the end zone.
Yes, he did. He did a great job. Froze the defensive back, and then it was like he was boxing out for a rebound, put his body between the defensive back and the ball, jumped up and just reached up and did a great job making an awesome catch.
Tyrese Frazier uses all of this 5'10", 175-pound frame to box out his man, get in great position, high point that one, and give the Pirates another score. PAT this time handled, and it's good. It's no good.
Well, that may be the weakness of the Merrillville Pirates, the extra pointing.
Wow.
They're getting a lot of practice so far tonight.
All right, so we'll take another quick break. Remember, you're watching the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Java Wave at your local Family Express is the perfect way to get your day started or keep you moving at any time. With 12 freshly ground bean-to-cup flavors to choose from, Java Wave at Family Express has just what you're looking for, whether it's hot or iced coffee. To see all of the delicious flavor options and to find a Family Express near you, log on to familyexpress.com/JavaWave.
Welcome back, everyone. We are here in Crown Point, Indiana, the hub of Lake County, and they are trailing this one early as it's 26-0. So, but stay with us please, after the game when we'll name the play of the game presented by IKORCC, the Indiana, Kentucky, Ohio Regional Council of Carpenters. Jay, we've had a lot of different plays in this one, some that we don't see that often, Jay. What are some early candidates for the IKORCC play of the game?
You've got Justin Marshall, 44-yard touchdown pass. You've got Justin Marshall, 40-yard reception right over the top of the head. You've got Tank Logan, 75-yard run. You've got all kinds of plays. You've got a blocked extra point or a blocked field goal. You've got a kickoff recovery. There's a lot of good plays. So it's going to be interesting what we pick by the end of the night's game. We're only talking about the first quarter and 16, 17 seconds into the second quarter. So it's a lot of exciting plays so far in this game.
You've seen it all, folks, early. What is left in store this evening for this ball game? We shall find out as the Crown Point Bulldogs look to dig themselves out of a hole against the number 1 ranked RSN Merrillville Pirates. Three receivers at the top of your screen. J.J. Johnson with a handoff to Taiwan. He carries a few people, way to fight for extra yardage there as that ball gets near the 40-yard line.
I think right now Crown Point has to calm the water, get some first downs, get some positive things going out there. If they can punch in a score, that's awesome. Get the crowd back into the game, but just settle it down a little bit. They've been hit by a storm.
That they have, and it's how you weather it. Great keeper there by Johnson as he takes the right side. And he's tackled past the 45-yard line to the 46. And a great decision there to keep the ball. And great read there by J.J. Johnson on the option. And that's what you like to see when you're trying to calm those waters.
I just got a text from a friend of mine that teaches in the Merrillville school system, and it said our kicker is with the soccer team down in Bloomington for a soccer tournament. So that explains a little bit of the issue with the kicking game. And I noticed early on that Angel Nelson, the quarterback, was kicking for kickoffs.
Yeah, that's what it appeared. I saw the number 12 on the jersey, and I'm like, wait, that's QB1. QB1 playing a little special teams as well, kicking for the Pirates tonight. So after the short gain there, sets up a 2nd and 8 for the Pirates near midfield. We have a couple people checking into the game. As you're familiar perhaps with Randy Lotch, he's done most of the receiving work here for the Bulldogs. He checks into the game. He's at the top of your screen. On the bottom of the screen is Landon Delich. Johnson fields a low snap. Looks, fires, and I believe there must have been a miscommunication there with the routes, as it appeared to be that Lotch was cutting back in. He may have ran a long in route, and Johnson threw it over the top. Jay, what did you see there?
Well, it looked like the two receivers, when they were trying to do their little bit of a cross each other, looked like they bumped into each other, and it slowed down to one receiver that was supposed to be going up the sidelines. Looked like it was a little bit of a crossing pattern where the one receiver is going to run a post and then the other receiver is going to run a wheel up the sideline, and they just looked like they ran into each other or just slowed each other's progress, and just bad timing by the receivers.
So after the disruption of timing, it's 3rd and long. Johnson rolling to his left, looking upfield, sets, fires to Landon Delich. Landon Delich at the sticks. He catches it, and that looks like a first down with forward progress.
Yes, it is. Landon Delich really doing a nice job. That's his 2nd reception of the evening.
Yeah, so
a little pick to click right there. The sophomore receiver doing a nice job. One of the highlights of the Crown Point first half so far.
Yeah, Landon Delich getting great separation there after running those routes. Seems to have great timing with his quarterback, J.J. Johnson. He'll be lined up now at the top of your screen. And then alongside him for the Bulldogs is number 18, Nathan Woodrick. He's in the slot. Mishandled snap there. J.J. Johnson has to pick it up and run with it, but he is eaten up by number 90, Jordan McKee, the 6', 235-pound senior.
You see J.J. Johnson out there he looks small compared to the Merrillville Pirate defensive line, which has been his best friend all night because they've been all over him. He's only 6 foot and 165 pounds, so he is small.
Yeah, he's
got some great speed, and he's got some good quickness and elusiveness, so that's going to help him tonight.
It will be necessary to come back into this ball game to elude the Pirates defense. Haven't been able to do it all night. He's hurried there. Gets it out to Lotch. Lotch catches it at the sideline, and he's out at the 40-yard line.
Yeah, nice job by Lotch just to hang on to that one because it was floated out there. Johnson, again, getting hit just as he releases the ball. But a nice job getting rid of that ball, throwing it to the sidelines, giving your receiver a chance, picking up some positive yards. It's going to be 3rd down and manageable here.
Yeah, 3rd and 5, and what you would assume is 4-down territory, being down 26-0 against this Merrillville Pirates ball club. Inside handoff to Taiwan. Taiwan drags a couple people, but for only a second as he's eaten up by this Merrillville Pirates defense.
Well, I think they determined that they were going to go for it on 4th down when they made that play call because they were going to try and get 2 or 3 yards right there, have a 4th and short. Didn't work out that way. Maybe they're trying to surprise the Merrillville defense by running the ball right there. It looks like Coach Bazzi is going to let the play clock run down and then maybe punt.
Yeah, we'll see here as the play clock is at 14 ticks. As they
now they're going to line it up. Maybe they do the quick kick again.
After a gain of inches, sets up a 4th and 5. Johnson looking, throwing across the middle. It's tipped in the air, and it's intercepted. And there's daylight to the 40. That is number 1 for the Merrillville Pirates defense, Tyrese Frazier, a man who plays both sides of the ball. He had that touchdown catch earlier and an interception now.
Yeah, he threw the ball right into some heavy traffic, hit his receiver, bounced off his helmet. No fault of the receiver there. It was a real tight window. He was able to get it through. Looked like it was initially deflected by the defensive back. Ball pops up in the air. Nothing the quarterback can do about that one. And for once, Johnson had time to set his feet and make a throw. So that's a positive sign right there for the Bulldogs.
Johnson doing what he can to keep his Bulldogs offense in this one. An interception, though, and it sets up the Merrillville Pirates up 26-0 with 7.5 minutes to go in the first half. Man in motion. Angel Nelson hands off to Logan. Logan up the left side. And a great open field tackle there by the Bulldogs defense. And on that tackle was number 28, inside linebacker Liam Begley. So if you are looking to buy or sell a home in the Chicagoland area, the Tiffany Dowling Group of Keller Williams Realty are the ones you want to call. They'll get your home sold faster and for top dollar. Most importantly, they'll make it an experience you can enjoy. That's the Tiffany Dowling Group of Keller Williams Realty. Pirates, 2nd and medium, we'll say. Not for long. We got a handoff to the going up the left side of the field, and that's going to be a 1st down for the Pirates, and that's number 23, folks. You've been hearing his name all night, Justin Marshall.
Well, nice job just stretching out the defense. Justin Marshall reading it. Once he gets to the sideline, he turns it up for a nice 10-yard gain.
Justin Marshall catching the edge. Nelson to Logan. Logan, he stopped in the backfield, and a nice tackle again by Liam Begley.
Yeah, Begley just shot the correct gap, came through untouched. And that's going to happen when Crown Point runs that 3-5 defense. Occasionally, you're going to have a linebacker that gets through untouched because sometimes linemen don't know which linebacker is going to be coming through which gap. And he got through there nice and neatly, and it is a loss of 1 yard, 2nd and 11.
The Pirates throw a screen. They got it. And getting upfield are the Pirates once again. Nice play call there. Nice screen and a nice throw and a nice catch for the Merrillville Pirates. Number 11 on the reception. And that is Jakar Ward. Oh, I apologize. That is Silas Mathis, the 5'10 senior, trying to get him in space. Nelson, empty backfield.
And Liam Begley, 2 plays, 2 tackles.
Yeah, Liam Begley getting it done this drive for the Bulldogs, trying to stop the bleeding. Nelson sets back, steps up in the pocket, and he's going to run. He's going to run for a first down and slide. Merrillville Pirates again marching.
The run is good for a Merrillville first down. The tackle to Cody Cook.
Folks, I just want to remind you, at the conclusion of tonight's game, we'll be naming the Region Sports Network Blue Collar Player of the Game. Brought to you by the Region Sports Network, the only game in town. Oh, great move there by Tank Logan as he sidesteps the defender, but he is still eaten up behind the line of scrimmage. This Crown Point Bulldogs defense hanging in there, folks, with less than 5 minutes remaining in the first half.
Yeah, did a nice job just giving that little leg slip right there for the defensive man coming through, but he doesn't. Only picks up 1 yard. It was first and 10, second and 10. I got it. But you're talking about the blue-collar player of the game right now. I got to say it's got to be the Merrillville defense. Not one guy, but all 11 are playing great defense right now.
It has been a storm, their defense and their offense.
Yes.
Moving. Looking to throw is Nelson. Nelson steps up in the pocket. Great move there. Oh, and he's going to go to the 5. Angel Nelson put the moves on that linebacker. And, folks, the Merrillville Pirates are beating these Bulldogs in all phases of the game, it appears.
Yeah, nice job right there by Angel Nelson. Sort of gives the head fake like he's going to throw. Defensive linemen, what do they naturally do? They're taught to jump up, try to knock the pass down, pulls it down, then puts a little head fake on the open field, and he can accelerate.
Angel Nelson, a great job of stepping up into the pocket and coming out like a rocket to the left side of the field. This time, they pitch to the left. It's Tank Logan. He catches the sideline. He reaches for the end zone, and he's got it again. The Merrillville Pirates strike again.
Tank Logan, nice job getting the edge. And then
folks, we have a scoreboard update for you brought to you by Strachan Van Til. Strachan Van Til, shop online for delivery or curbside pickup at strachanville.com.
Hey, we're going to keep it here, and after the score, we're going to do a scoreboard update here with 4 minutes left in the second quarter.
Okay, looks like the Pirates are going for 2. Nelson looks to the left from the right hash. He throws what appeared to be a beauty. Did he get his feet in bounds?
He did.
Yes, he did. The Pirates convert on the 2-point conversion, and that puts them up 34-0.
All right, let me fill that score in here, and then we can get to the scoreboard update. Nathan, thank you for the text. It's much easier to read it this way than on that. But I first have to find my glasses. I got it. Here we go. Let's go. The Strachan Van Til scoreboard update. Chesterton 7, Michigan City 7. All these are in the second quarter. Portage 7, Lake Central 0, Valpo 28, LaPorte 6, Wheeler 7, Crown Point 0. Wheeler 7, Calumet 0. Crown Point can't be in 2 places at once. New Prairie 14, Lowell 7, Highland, there we go. Highland 14, Knox 6, Hobart 28, Griffith 7, Hanover Central 21, Culver Academy 7, Whiting 13, Bishop Knoll 0 in the second quarter. Hold on, we got a couple more. Hammond Central 20, South Bend Clay 0 at the half. And an update, Valparaiso 35, LaPorte 19 in the second quarter. Boy, that is a shootout.
So it's 34-0 here in Crown Point. Crown Point looking to receive the kickoff here. Their defense held up for quite some time until the Merrillville Pirates struck once again. Remember, folks, tonight's game is being broadcast by the Region Sports Network. Thank you for watching us. Ooh, great move there on the return. Gets past the 30-yard line, and that's where the Crown Point Bulldogs will set up shop. So the Merrillville Pirates, like we've mentioned and like you've seen if you've been tuning in with us, have dominated all three phases of the game.
Yeah, like we said, you know what? Crown Point's got to just settle it down a little bit, get some first downs, get something positive coming into the halftime.
Crown Point looking to do just that. Another inside handoff to Elijah Taiwan. And he is stopped by that Merrillville defensive line. Kenneth Grant there to meet him again.
Boy, he's having a nice game. He's getting a great push up the field, and he's just causing all kinds of havoc in there.
Elijah Taiwan looks a little beat up after the play. He gets up gingerly. It's good to see that he's walking on his own strength, but he'll come out. And checking in for him is number 8, Nathan Kostick. So Kostick will take duties in the backfield there. That is Jason Kostick. So at 3 minutes and 30 seconds remaining and counting in the first half, the Crown Point Bulldogs look to show some life.
Yeah, like I said, let's get some first downs. Let's get the ball moving, mix it up. It's still a game. You got to play, and you've got to mix up some plays, get some positive things going on, whether you're passing or running the ball.
J.J. Johnson looks left, stops on a dime. He is met by Kenneth Grant, and he is slammed to the ground. Kenneth Grant with a huge sack there.
Yeah, Kenneth Grant came through unchecked, did a nice swim move right at the line of scrimmage, got into the backfield. They were trying to do a semi-rollout to the short side of the field, and there was nowhere to throw the ball.
We have a timeout, so we'll take a break. Remember, folks, you're watching the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
The team of sports medicine experts at Orthopedic Specialists of Northwest Indiana is committed to getting athletes back in the game, with a focus on not only helping patients recover from injuries, but helping improve athletic performance to prevent injuries. Orthopedic Specialists provides the most advanced, comprehensive care to their patients. To learn more about all orthopedic specialists can do to help rehab and prevent athletic injuries, visit them on the web at osni.org or call them at 219-923-3300. Orthopedic Specialists of Northwest Indiana, providing world-class care to Northwest Indiana for over 20 years.
Welcome back, folks. We are here in Crown Point, Indiana. Make sure to stay with us as there's 3 minutes and 6 seconds remaining in the first half for our halftime show. The Hose Connections halftime show connecting the first half and the second half of tonight's game. It's the Hose Connections halftime report presented by Hose Connections, proven under pressure.
Well, there's some pressure right now on that Crown Point offensive line to give their quarterback some time in that backfield. You got 3rd and 17. See what they're going to do.
So 3rd and a country mile. Johnson throwing. Incomplete there, and it's 4th and a country mile.
Well, let's see. We got a little bit of an update from southern Indiana, or around the Indianapolis area. My nephew's team's winning 16-13. That's Fisher 16, Noblesville 13. So nice job, nephew.
Justin Marshall, the deep man. How much electricity does this guy have? Brewer on the punt. Marshall will not field this one. And instead, it'll be downed after a nice, friendly Crown Point Bulldog bounce and roll. And that will be downed at the 33-yard line.
Now, it looks like somebody bumped up and touched somebody at the 39. So I see the blue beanbag out there at the 39. So it looks like they might move it up to the 39.
As the officials discuss that, we'd like to remind you folks, stay with the Region Sports Network after this game, as we'll send it back to the Sensier Bank studio where Nathan Laird and Mike Byer will be on hand to recap all of tonight's action from all around the region. A lot of great games going on, folks, as we've been giving you updates from the Strachan Van Til scoreboard. And it is a beautiful night here in Crown Point, Indiana, and it is a great night everywhere in the region.
Yes, it is.
So beautiful evening for football. The Pirates, the Bulldogs, And a long play again for the Merrillville Pirates. That ball is down to the 1.
And it looks like it's number 14 for the Pirates.
Jalen Thomas comes in under center, and he throws a beauty to Silas Mathis all the way down to the 1-yard line. Jalen Thomas, first play of the game for him, and he throws a gorgeous deep ball.
So it'll be a 64-yard pass play.
64 yards for the backup quarterback for the Merrillville Pirates. As a Pirates fan, you love to see that. Thomas under center. Gets the snap, hands off to Tank Logan. Tank Logan punches it in for another Pirates score, which gets them to 40-0 with 2 minutes and 15 seconds remaining in the first half. Folks, we want to remind you that if the Crown Point Bulldogs are
It looks like they're going to line up for that 2-point conversion again.
So, Jay, what do you think about Merrillville lining up for 2 here?
You know what? Get some plays, work on them, get against a live defense. It's always good to run some different stuff. And it's not like they're trying to run up the score here. They're just running some plays. And it's going to take the opposing team next week watching all this game film to break it down. And it's going to take them a long time offensively or defensively for whoever they have next week. And we'll take a look at that coming up.
Yep. We'll take a break. You're watching Game Night on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Did you know?
Wow, they'll prepare fresh fish while you wait.
Did you know?
They make over 40,000 donuts from scratch every week.
Did you know?
They offer 23 different deli platters for your party.
Did you know?
They have freshly chopped fajita mix ready to cook.
Did you know?
They have the best fried chicken in the area.
Did you know?
They offer our signature curbside service 14 hours a day.
Strachan Van Til. Now you know.
Upon by both coaches. Welcome back, folks. You're watching RSN Region Sports Network. We're having quite an affair here between the Bulldogs and the Pirates. It's 42-0 with 2 minutes and 15 seconds remaining in the first half. The Pirates have been all over the Bulldogs early and often. Jalen Thomas, if you just missed it, threw a 64-yard pass to set up a Tank Logan 1-yard touchdown. And then Jalen Thomas showing some really good timing with Tyrese Frazier converting on the 2-point conversion. Bulldogs receive this one. It's bobbled a little bit, mishandled, but it's taken upfield. And we got an edge past the 40, near midfield. And a great return by the Bulldogs. Number 16 there for the Crown Point Bulldogs, and that is Bodie Barant, the wide receiver, a junior.
Yeah, nice job right there. That's how a kickoff return should be. You want to take it up the field, get it into the pile, and then once you get everybody converting in, bounce it to the outside, and he did it perfectly. It helped a little bit that he bobbled the ball, so the defense was sort of swarming in on him. Those edge guys that are coming up from the outside have to maintain their lanes. And that's what happens when you bobble or fumble the ball a little bit. Everybody just sort of gets out of their lanes.
Yeah, Bodie Barant, had the ball on the right hash. He, like you said, draws that special teams with that timing and everyone kind of getting towards the ball there. And then he's able to take it around past the left hash and up to midfield. So great job there. Handoff to Jason Kostick, the backup running back for the Bulldogs. As earlier, if you were watching the game, Elijah Taiwan, he got banged up a little bit, was able to walk off on his own strength, but he's not in the ball game currently.
Again, Crown Point, take their time, get some good plays in, get a couple first downs, get something positive going into halftime. I think the strength of Merrillville overall team has been shown to be why they are number 1 in the RSN poll for week number 3. And a little bit of an errant pass right there by J.J. Johnson. The receiver just wasn't able to corral it in. I think J.J. Johnson just feels the pressure, even though there was no pressure. He seems to feel it before it even gets there, and I don't blame him. He's been under the gun all night long.
Yeah, J.J. Johnson perhaps anticipating pressure,
yes.
as it's been the case for pretty much all of this game so far. And like you mentioned, Jay throws an errant pass. It is now 3rd and 9. The ball is placed at the 48-yard line, and the Crown Point Bulldogs looking to convert on a 3rd down here and move the chains. Rolling to his left. That pass is incomplete, and that is Logan Hatt now in the ball game for J.J. Johnson, and he has an incomplete pass to start his evening.
Well, that's a pretty tough throw right there. You're running a solo route, you're rolling into the sideline, and then you're throwing across your body. He's a right-handed quarterback rolling to his left, so he's got to set his feet. And like I said, only a one-man pattern. Unless they're hoping it's one of the receivers coming across the field can get open, which it was well covered by the defense.
Well covered by the defense is been something we can say all evening for the Pirates as they lead this one 42-0. Hatt this time rolling to his right, and he is wrapped up by number 90 again, Jordan McGee, as he is thrown to the turf. Another sack for the Merrillville Pirates. And with that is a turnover on downs, and now here come the Merrillville Pirates offense once again with 72 seconds remaining in the half.
And it's, you know what? What can go wrong has gone wrong for. What has gone wrong is going wrong for the Crown Point Bulldogs. They just can't seem to get out of their way right now.
No, they can't, and they haven't gotten any lucky breaks either.
No, they haven't, and coming into tonight's game, they really did need to have some momentum go their way, some big breaks go their way, and it just seems nothing has done that tonight.
Thomas, hands off, inside carry, Justin Marshall, gain of a couple.
Boy, Justin Marshall, wide receiver extraordinaire, kickoff specialist, and now a running back. What can't the guy do?
Jay, I think that he may start selling popcorn, like you mentioned earlier.
He's doing it all.
That's really the only thing left he can do. As he gets another carry, this time up the middle, and he busts it out to the outside. And great move as he puts the Crown Point defensive back in the dirt, and another score for the Pirates. Justin Marshall.
Justin Marshall with a 41-yard run right there. Boy, he's having a great half.
Justin Marshall, folks. That was tremendous. It is 48-0 now.
Boy, you know what? And the thing was, you notice how he slowed down a little bit?
Yes, the change of pace.
Well, he slowed down a little bit. Let his receiver lay a block out there for him, and then just put on a great move, and it looks like they're going to go for one. Oh, no, two.
Well, Jalen Thomas out there.
Yeah.
Getting him some reps, the backup quarterback.
Yeah, you know what? For a backup quarterback, that's nothing better than that because it's just live game action.
Oh, a great play there as he, moves to his right, hands off to Justin Marshall for the 2-point conversion, and the Pirates make it an even 50. So we will take a break, folks. You're watching the Region Sports Network. You're watching Game Night on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
The Centurion Award from Century 21. It represents prestige in real estate. Winning one is an honor. Winning it multiple times describes a dedication to excellence. It also describes David Taylor of Century 21 Crown Point. When buying or selling a home in the region, you want to deal with a fixture of the region with a caring approach that has also earned him Best of the Region awards. Add your name to his list of satisfied clients. David Taylor, Century 21 Real Estate. Find out more at davidtaylor.c21.com and start packing.
Welcome back, folks. Welcome back, folks. You're watching the Region Sports Network. We want to thank Toyota of Merrillville for sponsoring high school football right here on the Region Sports Network. And when you're looking for your next new or pre-owned vehicle, visit Toyota of Merrillville. Toyota of Merrillville, we make it easy, like Justin Marshall. Jay.
Or Tank Logan.
Or Tank Logan.
Or Angel Nelson.
Or their backup quarterback, Jalen Thomas.
Yes.
Or Tyrese Frazier or Silas Mathis. There's a bunch of Pirates, a bunch of Bucks, and they are having a tremendous performance on the road, their first road game of the year, and they are kicking off once again to the Bulldogs. This one handled at the 20, taken back to the 31. A lot of fight there, and the Bulldogs will look to set up shop once again and move those chains.
Yep. Let's see am I reading the clock right? Is that 2.4 seconds? Or that 24 seconds? And I even had my binoculars.
You got the binocs, you got the glasses.
I got readers, I got everything. I still can't see.
Hopefully the Crown Point Bulldogs can see an end to this bleeding here, as they're really looking to move the chains and salvage something going into the half, as they are down a 50-piece. They take a knee. So with the game clock and the play clock.
1 second.
Looks like they're going to stop the play clock, and this will take us to the half, folks. So stay tuned for halftime. Folks, you are watching Game Night on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Blythe's Athletics in Valparaiso, whose team has been serving your team since 1959, is a leader in athletic apparel and equipment sales. Whether it's off the rack or customized to your specifications, Blythe's has the products and staff to serve you best. Trophies, embroidering, screen printing, athletic shoes, anything you're looking for, you'll find at Blythe's. Visit them today at teamblythes.com, where the athlete shops.
Four Seasons Mechanical proudly serves Northwest Indiana, providing quality, reasonably priced, reliable service. With a quality and comfort guarantee, the professionals at Four Seasons Mechanical offer a wide range of services in heating, ventilation, and air conditioning. Whether it's residential or commercial, Four Seasons Mechanical is there 24/7. To find out more, the website is fourseasonsmechanical.com or give them a call at 219-756-7020. Four Seasons Mechanical, your indoor air quality specialists.
Did you know?
They decorate over 210,000 cakes a year.
Did you know?
Their butcher will cut your meat your way.
Did you know?
They have trained floral designers in store.
Did you know?
They will make your wedding cake.
Did you know?
They have a variety of deli bakeable entrees.
Did you know?
Their online app has coupons and so much more. Who does that?
Strachan Van Til. Now you know.
Hi, I'm Crowell Company's Lantern Man. I'll cover your motorcycle. I'll be with you on the water. I'll be with you on the snow. I'll cover your insurance needs wherever you go. I'll be at Crowell Agency from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. As Crowell Company's Lantern Man, I'm your insurance superhero.
Crowell Companies, the insurance professionals in Highland, Merrillville, and Michigan City.
From schools to stadiums, hospitals, and bridges, everywhere you look, union carpenters are building Indiana. With jobs and skilled trades in high demand, there's never been a better time to start building your future. As an apprentice, you'll earn a debt-free college degree, earn while you learn, and receive great benefits like healthcare and retirement. So what are you waiting for? Visit carpenters.com to learn more. Visit carpenters.com and start building your future today.
Highly recommend retirement.
Yeah. Good evening, everyone. You're watching the Hose Connections Halftime Report, brought to you by Hose Connections on Kennedy Avenue in Hammond. Visit them on the web at hoseconnectionsinc.com. Hose Connections, proven under pressure. We are joined by Bobby Cox, former IHSA athletic commissioner. He is now a board member of the College Football Playoff and a part of the Indianapolis Host Committee. Bobby, welcome to Crown Point, Indiana.
Thank you, Mike.
And
Glad to be here.
How are you doing this evening?
Doing great. We had a nice presentation this afternoon, just before game time, for both Merrillville and Crown Point as part of the Indianapolis Host Committee's outreach to our schools around the state of Indiana. Part of the college football playoff mission is to support educators and support teachers. And so we were able to provide a $1,500 grant to both schools tonight. And we're doing this all around the state of Indiana, from Merrillville and Crown Point here all the way to Evansville at the end of the season, and points eastward of East Central High School in St. Leon. And then we were in Fort Wayne last week, and all points in between. So it's been fun to get around the state and see some old friends and do some work with the college football playoff.
That is awesome that the college football playoff is supporting teachers, especially during such a difficult time in education. So each team, you said, has received a grant of $1,500. How much money around ballpark is going to be given throughout this football season?
Well, there's 18 different games, 36 different schools, so 36 times 1,500. I can't do that math in my head that quickly, but that's a good chunk of change to give to schools to support the efforts of our teachers and our athletic departments.
That's awesome. So that's about over $50,000 in just this football season. And you've mentioned that you've been going around all across the state. And so here you are, and we have a DAC matchup here. And so we're glad to have you. So what are some of the efforts for the college football playoff, in addition to helping out educators, but as well as athletic programs as well?
Right. We part of that $1,500 is dedicated to the $500 is dedicated to the athletic department for the use of them. We understand that last year with COVID was very difficult for our schools, and so we've tried to create an opportunity to create a little more revenue for the schools and help them out a little bit. To Indianapolis for their ability to host events that they were able to get the college football national championship. So it's a big thing for the city of Indianapolis and the state of Indiana. This tailgate tour is just one of the many outreaches that the college football playoff Indianapolis Host Committee is doing. There was a breakfast here at Crown Point this morning for the teachers, and that happens at every host site around the state for those 18 games that we're going to be on the tour. The idea is to support teachers, thank them for what they do, and a very difficult job that they're trying to do now, and show support for education, because that's what the College Football Foundation is all about.
That is outstanding. I didn't even think about all the previous locations of the national championship game, and to think that the first time it's out of one of those bowl cities, it comes to the capital of Indiana, in Indianapolis. And you mentioned that they've done a tremendous job of hosting events before. We've only heard good things about them hosting the Final Four, the Super Bowl, and now in 2022 the College Football National Championship. So Bobby, the tremendous thing that the college football playoff is doing for teachers and educators and athletic programs, especially during these trying times. So you mentioned that there's a breakfast for teachers. Okay, and so what does kind of the day look like? So for some of these folks who are watching and listening at home, for when the college football committee, host committee comes to their school for their game night and their tailgate show, what are some things they can expect outside of a breakfast for teachers?
Well, after the breakfast for the teachers, when we set up at the game, there are 3 tents outside the stadium here tonight. One is dedicated to teachers, where they can get some swag and some nice things that we're giving away. There is a little tent there where folks can come and play some games and win some prizes. And then there's a selfie booth where you can go and get your picture taken with a sign for the College Football National Championship. There's a video running of previous football championships. Just a lot of fun. There's an obstacle course for youngsters to run through. It's part of USA's football contribution to our tailgate tour. Kids can throw a ball, they can play cornhole, they can run the obstacle course. So it's all about having some fun, promoting the game, promoting the weekend in Indianapolis, and again, trying to be a great host. Like you mentioned, Mike, we've been very fortunate in the city of Indianapolis to host a Super Bowl, to host many Final Fours, swimming and diving championships, NBA All-Star games, NBA Finals. I mean, it's been really fortunate for our city, in the state of Indiana. And so this is another opportunity to show how Indiana can be project that Hoosier hospitality.
Hoosier hospitality is what it's all about as you guys go on this tailgate tour. When's the next time you're going to be stopping up in the region? You have any idea on when you're going to maybe do that?
Well,
or is this the only
closest
one?
I'll get to Northwest Indiana is we're going to have a game in South Bend toward the end of the season. We're all over the state. Next week I'm in Bloomington. I have a co-chair in my little committee, and he's in Carmel tonight, and I'm in Crown Point, and we go all over the state, big schools, small schools. I've got a game in North Vermilion in Cayuga, Indiana, mid-season. So we're hitting everything: big schools, small schools, rural schools, urban schools, suburban schools, 6A, 1A. Doesn't really matter. We're trying to touch them all and promote the game and reward our teachers for what they do.
Bobby, I love to hear it. Promote the game, reward the teachers. That's what the Indianapolis Host Committee is all about, the college football playoff. Thank you so much for joining us this evening here in Crown Point, Indiana. Bobby, thank you so much for what you've done and for what you continue to do.
Thank you, Mike. Appreciate everything you guys do as well.
Thank you. Folks, we're going to take a break. You're watching Game Night on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
At Toyota of Merrillville, we take pride in being a one-stop shop for anything Toyota related. The best part of the Toyota Merrillville experience is that we make it easy to do business with us. We have a committed team of professionals that's here to help you do just that. When you come in for service, we will welcome you and have plenty of staff on hand to handle your needs. And if you're looking for a new or pre-owned vehicle, Toyota of Merrillville sales team is the best in the business to help you with your buying decision. We practice what we preach. When we say we make it easy, that's exactly what we do.
If you work with industrial, pneumatics, or hydraulics, and you're in need of maintenance or repair, you need the right connection. For over 20 years, Hose Connections in Hammond has been the premier leader in the hydraulics industry. Hose Connections is a one-stop shop for sales and service of pneumatics and hydraulics. Hose Connections continues to grow their network of industry contacts, which allows them to meet even your toughest expectations. To learn more, visit HoseConnectionsInc.com. Hose Connections in Hammond. Proven under pressure.
Are you a steel hauler? Come work for Area Transportation. You must have a current valid Class A commercial driver's license and at least 1 year of recent verifiable steel hauling experience and at least 2 years of recent verifiable interstate experience operating a commercial motor vehicle.
Hi, I'm Amanda, the driver recruiter at Area Transportation, where we pay more because we value our drivers.
Call recruiting at 1-855-400-6939. That's 1-855-400-6939.
For over 113 years, Burns Funeral Home and Crematory has been assisting families in their time of need. Serving Northwest Indiana, the staff at Burns Funeral Home and Crematory will help guide your family in creating a meaningful ceremony to honor the life and memory of a loved one. Whether it's a simple, elaborate, traditional, or unique service, the caring family at Burns Funeral Home and Crematory will tailor a ceremony to fit your needs. Visit them on the web at burnsfuneral.com. or give them a call at 942-1117.
The news says Gen Z is struggling. I've got news for them.
I wait tables, but last week I built a field hospital.
I put out a forest fire.
I stopped 1,000 attackers.
And a natural disaster.
I've saved lives. And led a team on patrol.
I serve.
Well, I go to school full-time.
While I work full-time.
The greater the challenge, the stronger we become.
Welcome back, folks. You're watching the Hose Connections Halftime Report, brought to you by Hose Connections on Kennedy Avenue in Hammond. Visit them on the web at HoseConnectionsInc.com. Hose Connections, proven under pressure. Enjoying the sights and sounds of high school football here, the Crown Point band doing their thing in halftime. You love to see it, and you also love to know about what's going on around the region outside of us. So we got a scoreboard update to you, brought to you by Strachan Van Til. Strachan Van Til, shop online for delivery or curbside pickup at StrachanVanTil.com.
All right, let's get to those scores. All the scores are either at half or late in the second quarter. Chesterton 7, Michigan City 7. That's a little bit closer than I had anticipated. Portage, LC tied up at 7 at the half. Valparaiso 35, LaPorte 19, Hanover 28, Culver. Nathan, you didn't put a score on that one. Oh, there it is. There it is. My fault, Nathan. Culver Academy 14 at the half. Wheeler 7, Calumet's 0. New Prairie 14, Lowell 7. Highland 14, Knox 14. Very, very entertaining game there. Elkhart 47, Morton 0. The only game in the third quarter so far. Whiting 21, Knoll 0. Hammond Central 26, South Bend Clay 0. That one also in the third quarter. Hobart 35, Griffith 7 in the second quarter. Munster 30, East Chicago 0 in the second quarter. And that is your
Strachan Van Til live scoreboard update. Follow all of tonight's region football scores live on the Strachan Van Til hometown scoreboard. It's streaming on Facebook.com/Region Sports and RegionSports.com. Strachan Van Til, your favorite Indiana-made grocery store. Indiana-made, folks. And Indiana nights here. It's a gorgeous evening weather-wise in Crown Point, Indiana. But if you're a Crown Point fan, that's about the only thing that's looking gorgeous at this point, as it's 50-0 at halftime.
And let's just do a very quick summary of the scoring. Tank Logan with 4 touchdown runs. Let's see, the longest, a 75-yard run. That came in the first quarter with 1 minute and 50 seconds left. Just a quick off-tackle play. Linebacker blitzes right past the running back, Tank Logan. Tank Logan just takes it 75 yards untouched. We've seen some nice passing out of the Merrillville Pirates also.
Yeah, we have.
With Justin Marshall, 44-yard pass from Angel Nelson. It was initially only a 5-yard pass. Justin Marshall with the wheels just breaks it to the open field and goes 44 yards for the touchdown. Also on that initial drive, Tank Logan with the touchdown, 4-yard run with 6 minutes and 10 seconds left in the first quarter. But to lead up to that was a beautiful Angel Nelson pass to Justin Marshall of 40 yards to set up that initial score. And continuing down, let's see, we got, was it
Tyrese Frazier, yeah, number 1 on your programs, folks. And for some of you Merrillville Pirates fans, maybe number 1 in your hearts. I don't know. But he's had quite the ball game as well.
Yeah, he did. He had a little bit of a jump ball in the corner of the end zone. Angel Nelson threw it a little bit behind him, so a back shoulder throw. And Frazier did a nice job boxing out, put his body between the defensive back and the ball, went up, and like you said, high-pointed it and did a great job, great catch. And then Justin Marshall with 3 seconds left before the quarter with a 41-yard run, and then also the 2-point conversion. Justin Marshall also recovers a kickoff.
Yeah.
And the ball just sort of hit and sort of, instead of spinning towards the Crown Point player, just sort of hit and stuck, sort of like when I'm from about 175 yards out with my sandwich and just stick it on the green.
Oh yeah, see, you're 175 with the sandwich. I don't got the distance like that.
I'm just kidding. That's like a four iron.
Stop. Yeah,
that's
really? Yeah. Okay. All right. Now I feel a little bit better because that's about a 6 for me.
Yeah.
On a if I really pluck it and I hit it well. Speaking of hitting it well, Jalen Thomas checks into the ball game after the Merrillville Pirates have kind of continued to pour on in the first half. And Jalen Thomas checking into the game, and he's looked really good too. He's shown really good timing for being a backup quarterback, and he's executed very well with Tyrese Frazier on a 2-point conversion. Jalen Thomas, number 14. We didn't anticipate that we would see him this evening get as much playing time as he has.
He's probably going to play the whole second half. Jalen Thomas is a junior, so he's going to want to get him as much field time, game actual experience as they possibly can. So one, if their starting quarterback Angel Nelson goes down, and 2, you gotta repeat for next year. You gotta get those guys as much game action as possible, so that way when he comes into a senior year, he's not going to be a green senior. He's going to have some actual field time. So they're going to try and get him out there as much as they can.
Yeah, absolutely. So Merrillville doing a good job with that. Crown Point also, they brought in their backup quarterback, Logan Hatt. Logan Hatt, number 15 for the Bulldogs in red and white this evening here at home. And he, it's been a struggle all night for Crown Point, even for their starter, J.J. Johnson. As we know, J.J. Johnson has some elusiveness. He has the capability to extend a play. But this Merrillville Pirates defensive line and offensive line, they've been winning the fight in the trenches at the ball. They've been doing an outstanding job, and they gave some fits for the backup quarterback for Crown Point, but he was checking in. Elijah Taiwan, he got banged up earlier or late in the second quarter, and then Jason Kostick checked in for him, number 8, so we'll probably continue to see him as we see now Crown Point kicking off to start the second half.
You notice the nice thing out here is that You've got the student section still in force for the Bulldogs. They are, and the home crowd here for the Bulldogs is still here, and that's awesome.
Yeah, that is. So thank you for watching the Host Connections halftime report with us, which is brought to you by the Host Connections on Kennedy Avenue in Hammond. Visit them on the web at hostconnectionsincorporated.com. Host Connections, proven under pressure. Speaking of pressure, a great job of evading the pressure of the special teams by Crown Point, and Merrillville starts the ball at the 45-yard line.
Number 18 for the...
Yep, number 18 for them, Javon Ward. He brings it out to the 45, and that's where the Merrillville Pirates will begin the second half. So Merrillville, it's been all Merrillville in this one, and we shall see who gets out onto the field for the Pirates on offense, and we'll see who's on the field for the Bulldogs on defense.
Oh, and there's a flag on the play back at the 19-yard line, so it's going to take this one back quite a ways. Looks like they'll start with it on just inside the 10-yard line.
So Merrillville, at one point, had a great return until there was some laundry on the field and it went against them. That's probably the only thing that's gone against them all evening, though. And so,
well, if that's the worst thing that's happened to them all night, then it's pretty good.
Yeah, so they will not bat an eye as they set up shop at the 9.5-yard line. Jalen Thomas, as we mentioned in our halftime show, brought to you by Host Connections, he receives the snap. He hands off up the middle there. Great job by Crown Point to stop that run near the line of scrimmage there. And on the carry was, I believe, it was Rondell Latiker, number 3, for the Merrillville Pirates. And he is a senior. He's a linebacker, running back, so he is going to get some carries here to start the second half.
Yeah, it looks like Merrillville's just going to slow the pace down just a little bit. Give some of these guys that haven't gotten some playing time out there, get some game action.
Action is what they want. Action is what we need here. And pass incomplete on the left sideline there by Jalen Thomas.
It looked like it was knocked down by one of the Merrillville Pirates. There was 2 guys standing right next to each other. You can tell a little bit of an inexperience out there. It was Silas Mathis and Javon Ward standing literally right next to each other, and one of them knocked it down, and the other one just went, "Hey, why did you knock that down? It was going to me."
So we got some Pirate confusion on that previous play.
Yeah, I like that. That's a good one.
All right, so the Bucks on 3rd and long. They got 3 receivers on the bottom of their screen. They got a lone receiver at the top. Low snap, fielded. Thomas scrambling up the field. He's looking, great juke move there, but it's not going to do you much when there's a swarm of Bulldogs to meet you. And that ball gets to the 10-yard line where the drive started, so it's 4th and about 10.
Yeah, it looks like we might have if you can see it, one of the Crown Point Bulldogs' helmet is stuck on one of the Merrillville Pirates' shoe. I don't think I've ever seen that before.
So we got a cleat connected to a face mask, and you don't see that often, folks. Nor do you hear that sentence. I don't think we've ever connected, literally or figuratively, a cleat to a face mask.
This is my 15th year doing this, and that's the first time I've seen that.
So the Merrillville,
I've seen a lot.
The Merrillville Special Teams unit comes onto the field. It appears. The deep man for the Bulldogs is number 14, and that is Dominic Sopsak. He will not field this one as the ball trickles past the 50-yard line, and the Bulldogs will set up shop in their own territory.
You're going to need that. That's the roster.
Yeah, folks, we're going to go deep into rosters this evening. So if you're a family member watching at home, there's a good chance that we're going to yell your family member's name in tonight's broadcast for both teams. So both teams kind of emptying out the rosters there, getting some players, some action here in Crown Point on a gorgeous evening. Crown Point to start their drive. Hand off inside. A great run there, and that is by number 20, a freshman, Tommy Guadagno. Tommy Guadagno, the freshman, a 5'8", 170-pound running back, getting some tick here, getting some carries. You love to see it from the freshman. And he'll get another. And he'll bounce it out to the left side. And he's past the 30, dragging the defender past the 25.
That's a nice run for a freshman out there.
What a freshman, Tommy Guadagno.
Yeah, that is, and just he gets a good feel for it right there. Probably going to play a little bit tomorrow morning, I'm assuming, in the JV game. But, well, that's pretty good. Freshman getting some field time on the varsity game.
Oh, yeah, they're slapping helmets on the sidelines as he comes off the field. You got to love it. And here come the Bulldogs. Inside handoff to Jason Kostek, and he gets hit, but he braces himself, and he's able to get some yardage there. And delivering the hit there for the Merrillville Pirates was number 27, Anthony Zacharias. He's a defensive back, and he's a sophomore, and he kind of banged himself up on that hit. So, everybody's working on everything out there. Tackling, open field tackling is something that sophomore is looking to improve upon, and everybody's getting reps. Another handoff, Kostek, and he's going to find the end zone for the first time for the Bulldogs.
We got two number 8s on the roster.
So we have two number 8s on the roster. Jason Kostek, he is a senior running back, and then Larry Ellison is a freshman quarterback. Perhaps we'll see both of them this evening if we haven't already.
Yeah, we'll see if we can turn it around and face the field. I can see the back of his jersey. We can figure out which one he is.
A bobbled snap there, and all you can do is lay on it. And so the point after attempt is no good.
Kostek was the one that ran it in for the touchdown, Jason Kostek.
Yep, so we'll take a break. You're watching the game night. Actually, we will not take a break quite yet. So it's 50-6 here in the third quarter with 5 minutes and 9 seconds remaining in the third quarter. So we'll go ahead, and we want to thank, once again, Toyota of Merrillville for sponsoring high school football right here on the Region Sports Network. And that will lead us into our break. Remember, you're watching Game Night on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Blythe's Athletics in Valparaiso, whose team has been serving your team since 1959, is a leader in athletic apparel and equipment sales. Whether it's off the rack or customized to your specifications, Blythe's has the products and staff to serve you best. Trophies, embroidering, screen printing, athletic shoes, anything you're looking for, you'll find at Blythe's. Visit them today at teamblythes.com, where the athlete shops.
All right, welcome back, folks, to the Region Sports Network, the only game in town. The Friday night forecast is brought to you by our friends at Economy Electric Heating and Cooling. Tonight's forecast is 69 degrees. Feels just like that with a nice little cool breeze. And that is the game night forecast brought to you by Economy Electric Heating and Cooling. With a 24/7 emergency service, comfort isn't far away. And daylight isn't far away either. Puts a move on the kicker. Past the 50. And a great return by the Merrillville Pirates, and there's not a flag to be seen, so this one will stay.
It looks like that is number 18.
Number 18 for the Pirates, that would be Javion Ward. He's a senior, so he's a wide receiver and defensive back. I spoke too soon.
You jinxed it.
I did. Was that a late flag? Because I didn't see that.
There's
two. Wow. Merrillville Special Teams unit it seems to be fading in this 50-6 ball game. Another return probably going to be called back here once we get the word from the officials. Jay, speaking of the Economy Electric Heating and Cooling Friday night forecast, is this the best night weather-wise so far this early season?
It is perfect. Perfect weather for football. You're into week 3, so by this time of the season, you're used to the hot weather, and you're the first 2 weeks are a lot of 90-degree days, a lot of cramping, a lot of timeouts for water breaks and stuff like that. But tonight is just an absolute perfect night, just below 70 degrees, a nice breeze coming out. I mean, weather-wise, you just couldn't ask for anything better.
The inside handoff is stuffed by the Bulldogs, but there seems to be a flag on the play. Officials consult. Still discussing it. Some substitutions come for both teams. So with 3 minutes and 5 seconds and counting in the third quarter. If you're just joining us, it's 50-6. It's been all Merrillville this evening, but a late score on a rushing touchdown for the Bulldogs is what you missed if you're just joining us. It'll be 2nd and 10 for the Pirates deep in their own territory.
Yeah, they're taking some time out there. We're still trying to figure it out, but it was whatever the infraction was, it was against the Pirates, but it's half the distance to the goal line, so it is 2nd down and 13.
Another handoff there, and once again met at the line of scrimmage by the Bulldogs, and Merrillville now 3rd and long, deep in their own territory.
I couldn't get the number of the running back on that one. Looks like 47.
So number 47 for the Merrillville Pirates. That would be Torius Cargill, linebacker, running back, and he's a senior, so he's getting some carries right now. He's also played a little bit of wide receiver this season, so getting some reps there. Again, from their own end zone. This time thrown to the right side. Good pitch and catch there, action, but stopped short of the first down. On the reception was number 19, Merrill Tyler, a senior, defensive back, wide receiver. So he gets his first reception of the evening.
What nice throw by the backup quarterback.
Yeah, Jalen Thomas. Yeah, he's looked good.
Yeah, especially he's had plenty of time. He's been able to step and get a good release on the ball. Throws a nice ball right to the receiver. That's nice to have that commodity of a nice second-team quarterback like that.
The officials will confer.
They're discussing what down it might be.
Yeah, and as they discuss that down, we'll discuss what could be the IKORCC play of the game. There's been many, so stay with us after the game, and we'll name the play of the game presented by IKORCC. Build your future.
Let's just sort of review the list here. We've got On the initial drive, Justin Marshall catch from an Angel Nelson pass for 40 yards. The second drive, you have a 44-yard pass from Angel Nelson to Justin Marshall. This time, it was connected for a touchdown. Let's go. We'll do some more of these plays after this play.
Another flag on the play that's thrown, and immediately after the snap is received, and a great tackle there, a great sack of the quarterback, and that is by number 46 for the Crown Point Bulldogs getting there. We'll see if it's going to be a sack, but number 46 for the Crown Point Bulldogs, that is Paul Clark, a sophomore defensive lineman.
To continue on that play of the game, looks like we have Tank Logan, 75-yard run that came with 1 minute and 50 seconds left in the first quarter. You have Tyrese Frazier with a 22-yard touchdown pass. It's sort of a jump ball in the end zone from Angel Nelson. And then you've got Justin Marshall with a 40-yard run with 3 seconds left in the second quarter. So you got plenty. We got plenty to choose from.
And that's just recent stuff.
Yeah, that's all in the first half. So
Yeah, but I mean early and often and frequently in the first and the second, it's been a lot. We've seen a lot of great plays, and it's been they've spread the wealth.
Yes, they did.
A lot of people have made some plays and stepped up for this Merrillville Pirates team. And when we think of players stepping up, it's not just the guy that had the incredible ball game with the crazy video game numbers, but we also here at Region Sports Network, we like to honor the blue collar player of the game. And that's something that you'll stay tuned for later at the conclusion of tonight's game. We'll name the Region Sports Network Blue Collar Player of the Game, brought to you by the Region Sports Network, the only game in town. And that brings us
to the end of the third quarter.
To the end of the third quarter, so we'll take a break here. You're watching Game Night on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Java Wave at your local Family Express is the perfect way to get your day started or keep you moving at any time. With 12 freshly ground bean-to-cup flavors to choose from, Java Wave at Family Express has just what you're looking for, whether it's hot or iced coffee. To see all of the delicious flavor options and to find a Family Express near you, log on to familyexpress.com/JavaWave.
All right, welcome back, folks, to the Region Sports Network. There's a bit of a clock.
Yeah, we're still in the third quarter.
There's a bit of a clock malfunction here.
There's 35.
There's 35 seconds remaining. Merrillville punts from their own end zone. They get it out to past the 30, beyond the 40 with a great roll there as it rolls to the 42-yard line. So that, with 15 seconds remaining and counting.
Looks like they will freeze the play clock, and that will probably end in the second quarter or end the third quarter.
So, folks, we now see the conclusion of the third quarter.
And now we'll take our break.
So we will take our break now. You are watching Game Night on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
At Toyota of Merrillville, we take pride in being a one-stop shop for anything Toyota related. The best part of the Toyota Merrillville experience is that we make it easy to do business with us. We have a committed team of professionals that's here to help you do just that. When you come in for service, we will welcome you and have plenty of staff on hand to handle your needs. And if you're looking for a new or pre-owned vehicle, Toyota Merrillville sales team is the best in the business to help you with your buying decision. We practice what we preach. When we say we make it easy, that's exactly what we do.
Welcome back, everyone. You're joining us here in Crown Point, Indiana, where this one is 50-6 entering the fourth quarter. Merrillville with a commanding lead. But we'd like to announce once again that Mayor Uran and the Parks Athletics, Communication, and Entertainment Department invites everyone to Bulldog Park to celebrate Oktoberfest. That is Saturday, October 2nd. Join us for the region's premier fall festival. So,
that sounds like a good time.
Oh, yeah. An inside handoff there. And rolling and bustling and rolling past the first down markers is number 20 for the Crown Point Bulldogs, and that is once again Tommy Guadagno. He is 5'8" and all of 170 pounds, and he is getting some action here late in the second half, and he's looked really good.
Yes, he has.
He gets the handoff once again, busted to the left. And he's only able to carry a defender for maybe a second. But the Merrillville Pirates, as in the case all night, there with a swarm tackle. And it is now second down for the Bulldogs. On the 31-yard line, so let's make it 2nd and 9 with 11 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter. Throwing it deep to the end zone. Delich. And that's a pass interference in the end zone. The Bulldogs are looking to be in good shape here after the flag.
Yeah, 15-yard penalty. Young quarterbacks, he's got to learn that once he sets his feet, he has definitely got to throw that ball. He waited a little bit too long. The defensive back caught up to him, but he never turned his back. If he'd have turned his head around, he would have been in good shape.
Yeah, absolutely. So he had time to throw. He had time to throw it there, and that is Logan Hatt. He is a freshman quarterback for this Crown Point Bulldogs team, getting some snaps here and getting some opportunities to throw the ball downfield. So they'll be watching that and reviewing that on game film. So good learning experiences here for both teams, as we see both teams have their backup quarterbacks in the ball game, as well as getting some freshmen some time on both sides of the ball. So the Bulldogs, 1st down and 10 from the 15-yard line with under 10 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter. Handoff to Tommy Guadagno, and he is tackled there at the 8-yard line, so a nice gain there. And Tommy's been having a solid game as a freshman.
Yes, he has.
You love to see it.
You know, that's something he's going to be telling everybody about in school on Monday. That's for sure.
You know, and maybe in a few years he'll be telling people, yeah, that stud D lineman that came out of Merrillville. That who's that guy? Kenneth Grant. Oh, I took him deep. I took him for a few carries. I carried him on my back a little bit as a freshman. No big deal. So a lot of guys playing with for a lot of experience here. So 1st down by the Bulldogs. So it's now 1st and goal with 9 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, dude. It's something to build on right here for the Bulldogs. Nice touchdown.
Touchdown by Tommy Guadagno, the freshman, getting on the board, and the Bulldogs strike for the second time this evening, and it is now 50-12. The freshman, Tommy Guadagno.
Yeah, nice little run there. Good play call.
All right, folks, you are watching Game Night on the Region Sports Network. We're going to take a break here. Watching Game Night on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Tech Credit Union is the better option for personal and business banking. Buy a car, remodel your home, pay for an education, expand your business. Tech Credit Union can help you do these things and more. You'll enjoy the latest banking services, but without the cost of the big bank relationship. With branches throughout the region, fee-free ATMs nationwide, and online services, they're convenient too. Learn more at techcu.org. Contact any branch or call 800-276-TECH. Tech Credit Union is an equal opportunity lender and federally insured by the NCUA.
Welcome back, folks. You're watching Game Night on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town. If you happen to be looking to buy or sell a home in the Chicagoland area, okay, the Tiffany Dowling Group of Keller Williams Realty are the ones you want to call. They'll get your home sold faster and for top dollar. Most importantly, they'll make it an experience you can enjoy. That's the Tiffany Dowling Group of Keller Williams Realty. And the housing market is just insane right now.
Exploding.
It is. It's just there's not enough volume. You have 20 people looking to buy for each home that's on the market. And the condo market's not much better. It's It's a crazy time, so you're gonna want to go ahead and get a hold of the Tiffany Dowling Group of Keller Williams Realty. They're going to be the ones you definitely want to call. The kick is away, and that is a deep one. Field kicked all the way to the middle of the end zone, so a great job there by the Crown Point Special Teams unit. Now Samuel Brewer, an excellent job, and the Merrillville Pirates will start their next series. I just want to mention, in a 50-13 ball game with 8 minutes to go in the fourth quarter, everyone's still pretty much here at Crown Point.
Yes.
And that is awesome to see. Enjoying a beautiful night, but also supporting their school and
supporting the student athletes
and supporting the student athletes. And there's also a decent showing from the Merrillville Pirates as they traveled pretty well this evening as well. So you love to see it here in Northwest Indiana, here in the region.
The student athlete doesn't always include the football players, the cheerleaders, the dance team. Then you've got the band supporters. I mean, this community has really come out to support their students.
And that's also beautiful to see, considering the fact that students are back in person, and especially during these trying times, still in the middle of a pandemic. It's nice to kind of bring some normalcy on an evening such as this. So there's another penalty, another flag on the play that'll back up the Pirates. And folks, we'd like to remind you that at the conclusion of tonight's game, we'll name the Crowell Companies Lantern Man Superhero of the game. Crowell Companies, proud to recognize the superheroes on the football field. Great pass there by Taylor out to the 20-yard line. So you love to see that, too, getting some good reps there. Number 84 for the Pirates on the reception. And so a lot of people are coming into this ball game. A lot of people are getting work in this one. So that's Aaron Faison. He is a senior defensive back and wide receiver off the great throw by Jalen Thomas. Thomas looking, throwing, throws a dart across the middle, a beautiful throw there, and a great stiff arm by the wide receiver. That was O'Shawn Kelly on that one, the junior wide receiver. So a good connection there, hitting him right in stride across the middle.
Yeah, nice job. Yeah, receiver, quarterback combination right there could be something for the future.
You love to see it. So they're moving the ball here with 5.5 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter. Five minutes and 15 seconds remaining. Snap, the throw across the middle. This time not quite as accurate. Remind you to stay with Region Sports after the game, after the postgame show, as we send it back to the Sensier Bank studio. Nathan Laird and Mike Byer will be on hand to recap all of tonight's action from around the region. So stay tuned with the Strachan Van Til scoreboard to keep you updated throughout, and they will provide a little bit more context for the scores that you are reading this evening. So the Strachan Van Til live scoreboard is where you can follow all of tonight's region football scores live, and you can do so at streaming on Facebook.com/Region Sports and RegionSports.com. Strachan Van Til, your local grocery. Your local grocer with over 89 years of heritage. And there's a great sack there. You love to see it. Yeah, number 51, Will Clark. A great sack there, a great play there by the Crown Point Bulldog. And Will Clark, a sophomore at 6'4", 215 pounds, playing linebacker. And that's something you love to see.
Yeah, nice job, everybody getting in the game. Just everybody, and you know what? It's going to be a little bit more fun tomorrow night. We'll start with this one first. But, yeah, everybody getting in the game, getting some playing time. That way I don't have to worry about playing as much in tomorrow's game. Looked like a little pass interference on the play right there by the Bulldogs. But let's start with our first award for tonight.
Yeah, so we'll start with the Crowell Company's Lantern Man Superhero of the Game. The Crowell Company, the iconic Lantern Man commercial.
Yes, it is.
I swear, dude, I hope that commercial outlives us all. I truly do. So it's time to name the Crowell Company's Lantern Man Superhero of the Game. Crowell Companies, they are proud to recognize the superheroes on the football field, and they have offices open from 9 to 7 Monday through Friday, and Saturdays till 2 in Highland, Merrillville, and Michigan City. The Crowell Company's Lantern Man Superhero of the Game is, Jay, who was it?
I'm going with Justin Marshall. What a nice first half he had. He had 2 touchdowns, 1 rushing for 41 yards, 1 receiving for 44 yards, a fumble recovery on a kickoff, and on the opening drive, had a catch for 40 yards to start the game off. To start the Merrillville first score, which Tank Logan scored the first touchdown for 4 yards. We got a big play right there by the Pirates.
Yeah, Jalen Thomas stands in the pocket, delivers a strike to number 20 for the Merrillville Pirates, and that is Alex Sharp. He's a defensive back, wide receiver. Great play there by the 5'9" senior. So nice action there. You love to see that. And now, you know what? Let's go to one of my favorite awards. It's the Region Sports Network Blue Collar Player of the Game. So it's time to present the Blue Collar Player of the Game, brought to you by the Region Sports Network, the only game in town. Jay, who is the Blue Collar Player of the Game?
We're going to go with the Blue Collar Players of the game. We are going to go with the Merrillville defense, pitching a shutout in the first half. So far this season, they've given up 21 to Andran, 14 to Hobart. I don't know what time in the games those have been scored on, but when it was first number ones versus number ones, they pitched a shutout, and also they gave up some yards, but when it came time for Crown Point to kick the field goal, they blocked the field goal, so they shut them out. That was some good defense right there by the Merrillville Pirates.
Absolutely. I think that honor is well-deserved. While we were reading that, I just want to mention that Ethan Delaney, a senior for the Crown Point Bulldogs, just had a great play there of a sack of the quarterback. Speaking of great plays, we've seen them all night from a plethora of players from the Pirates and the Bulldogs as well. Well, let's be honest. There's been great plays the entire evening. Hence that we've put up 63 points between the two ball clubs. So the IKORCC Play of the Game is presented by the Indiana, Kentucky, Ohio Regional Council of Carpenters. Learn more at IKORCC.com. And what, Jay, was the play of the game tonight?
I'm going to go with Tank Logan. 75-yard run right over the right guard, untouched, and that came at 1 minute and 50 seconds left in the first quarter. What a great play call by the coach. Crown Point got caught blitzing a couple linebackers. The linebackers ran right by Tank Logan. I don't know how you do that, but they ran right by him, and then he ran the other direction, 75 yards untouched. Nice job. Great run by Tank Logan. That was one of many tonight.
That was outstanding. And Tank Logan, I mean, the name is well earned. It's one of those things where you see a guy like that being able to move the chains and do what he can do to set up, all the big playmakers for this Merrillville Pirates offense. And that is officially the final here after that run by number 34, Cameron Crisp, a sophomore. So that's going to end it. We see both teams, shaking hands. You love to see the sportsmanship.
Yeah, how about it? That's back to the norm now. That's awesome.
Yep, you love to see some normalcy here. This one was 50-13. It was all Pirates from the start. So Jay, it's been an outstanding time. And but before we get to a little post-game show action, I just want to remind all of you folks that here on the Region Sports Network, you can catch all the games here, and we had an outstanding crew that we'd like to recognize.
From top to bottom. Especially Nathan. He's the hardest working guy.
Yeah, both Nathans. We got Nathan in studio. You can catch him with Mike Byer on the wrap-up show this evening after this game. We'd like to recognize executive producer Chris Ramirez, coordinating producer Nathan Laird, game producer Nate Ramian, Brandon Root on the video, Bill Derula of Crown Point High School, the athletic director, coaches Craig Bazia and Brad Cease, Craig Bazia of Crown Point, Brad Cease of Merrillville. And we'd like to thank all you viewers on Facebook.com and Region Sports, Facebook.com, Crown Point Sports, RegionSports.com, and CrownPointSports.com. I'm Mike Shamia. It's been a great evening alongside Jay Simmons.